G'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. Something looks a little different, and that's because today I'm checking out E6 Connect on my gaming laptop. I'm going to compare it to GS Pro, and I am in the demo mode, so you can get the demo mode. And when you get the demo mode, if I go to play golf, I'll just add a guest. In the demo mode, you get a few different things. It says I have a 14-day free trial, but then it says it's never going to end. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to get, but in the demo mode, you get Aviara Golf Club. So I'm really keen to go check out Aviara Golf Club on E6 Connect on my laptop and compare it to how it looked on my iPad. Is this worth an upgrade? If you've got a laptop, should you go down this route? Should you go down GS Pro route? For me personally, I think I know the answer to that. However, if you struggle getting your Garmin device connected to GS Pro, I do have a guide that shows you exactly how to do that. Maybe this is going to be a better option for you. It's going to be a lot more expensive though. So if we go home, the first thing I need to do is connect my Garmin to my actual E6 Connect. So if I go into settings and then go into the simulator tab, this is where you're going to have all the options to configure which device you have. So at the moment, there's a massive list of devices, but the one thing that's not on there at the moment is Rapsodo. So I'll scroll down. As you can see, there's a lot of different options. I'm sure Rapsodo will get added to this in the future. However, at this current time of the filming of this video, it's not an available option. If it was, I potentially would have done the Rapsodo. But when it does become available, I will redo this video with the Rapsodo. If I scroll up, you've got two Garmin options. The top one, for whatever reason, if I go configure, it says disconnected, and it says in order to connect, pair with your Garmin app, and it should automatically connect. This one didn't work for me, so for whatever reason, I had to go to the second Garmin option there, and you want to click configure. Now, this is the actual port, host and port number that I'm using. So if I go click on PC, play on PC, I just selected default, entered in the IP address into the selection on E6, and it all works for me. So I click accept and I am connected now, which is fantastic. So we're going to go home and we are all set and good to go. You are going to get on your screen your data, which is really cool because then you've got essentially a second screen. You do have the ability to go landscape or portrait. So I am in the landscape view and I'm just going to head to the practice range now and I'll just play as a guest. We do get the driving range with the free trial, which is really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the chip and putt range. I'm actually excited to see what this looks like and how different it looks to the iOS version. So it looks like we have an update, so we'll click update. And for this, of course, we have to bring the RCT balls out of hibernation because we want to get those true spin values. Okay, the update is done. Let's head out to the chipping and putting area. And unfortunately, I didn't see an option to connect my Foresight GC2. I'd love to test out the putting on this. And here we go. We have E6 on my computer. And it looks very different to the iOS version. I don't know whether you guys can pick that up. Okay, let's put this ball over the backside of the green. We'll go to 57 yards. And I've got to say the graphics look pretty good. I know there is an upgrade coming to the E6 graphics. I don't know when that's going to happen. I've heard so many rumors and I don't think anybody really actually knows when it's going to happen. It was a good shot, which didn't register. There we go, and we had it register. So pretty cool. We're playing E6 Connect on the PC. I nipped that one. That'll spin. That was a really nice shot. So, I mean, even though this is a PC now, it doesn't look too dissimilar to the iOS version, which is incredible. I have to be honest as well, being brutally honest, right now, the graphics on GS Pro are far superior to what I'm seeing now. All right, we'll hit one more shot and then we'll head out on course. Go in the hole. That was a great shot. Man, I've missed my R10. It is such a good device. The R10 is a fantastic device. You do get a few options in this as well. We might play Stableford. I've never played a Stableford, so we'll go play Stableford. You can play, looks like in this demo, you got team play as well. You can go match play singles, scramble. So that's actually a really cool feature. So I'm going to play Stableford. We'll jump in. The only course we have access to being the demo is Aviara Golf Club. It's a fantastic golf course, so we're going to go play there. So let's look at all the settings. So mulligans, so we've got pins on medium, elevation, where's elevation? Course elevation. Okay, I might change that just to sea level, just to make it just a bit easier for me. Let's go custom elevation. Let's just set it to 0. Green hardness moderate. Green speed, we'll make it a little bit quicker. We'll make them 10. I won't make them 12 because I don't want the ball to just keep rolling. Wind. So you can actually do course wind, which is pretty... Let's just do the course wind then. So I'm guessing that's what the wind is right now. Cloudy afternoon. Okay, that looks better. Terrain penalty we have enabled. Let's go tee off at Aviara. I'm hoping the graphics are going to be dramatically better. Okay, the graphics are dramatically better than the iOS version when you stand on the tee. Let's do a flyover. And yeah, you can see, I mean, the projector looks incredible. This is a BenQ 4K laser projector, but I mean, I can see every undulation. The graphics actually look really, really good. I'm not going to lie. It is very different to GS Pro though, but they are very nice. So we've got a bit of wind out the left, 245 yards just to the fairway there. I'm just going to hit a 3-wood. I mean, the sky looks incredible. If you had to say, right, what looks better right now, GS Pro or E6, I'm going to have to choose GS Pro, but this does look very nice. And it's going to be really interesting to see, you know, if and when they get the update, how it's going to compare. Pretty good strike off the first. It's going to be a little fade down the middle. Nice. That's going to leave 106 yards into the hole. For reference, I do have my GC2 on. That shot, the GC2 said that carried 238 yards. It was a slight fade on the GC2, so the data there was pretty much identical between the Garmin and the Foresight. 106 yards, I just went to automatically push J, which is the flyover in GS Pro. I don't think you can actually go up and have a look like you can in GS Pro. Let's have a look. If we click this button, oh, that's the mulligan button, so we won't do that. That's flyover. What's that button? Okay, that's going to tell you your line. So yeah, there's no... Oh no, there is a button that you can look at. So if you click the magnifying glass, this is now going to give you a bird's eye view. That's pretty cool. But you can also look around the hole. So that's actually quite cool. And you can go further in and out using this slider bar. So that's actually quite a cool feature. Can I then aim from this? I can. So, I mean, that's actually, yeah, you've got all the functionality. It's just done in a different way. So where's the wind? I can't see the wind on this screen. It was out the left, quite hard actually. So I'm going to need to aim to the left of the pin. Got 106 yards. So I'm just going to hit a 52 and I'm just going to try and punch it in there. Oh, the wind just grabbed that. Look at that. Oh, the wind just absolutely grabbed that. It was a pretty good shot, to be honest. Let's have a look at carry distance. So we had 112 on the Foresight and we had 106 on the Garmin. A little bit of a discrepancy there. And it's given us a... Okay, that's weird. It's auto-putted from there, so it didn't even let us chip the ball, which is odd. Have I got a setting on where it has auto-chip? Let me check. Go to golf settings, putting mode, auto score. Maybe it's in the putting mode that I should have changed that. All right, second hole, wind's out of the left. I'm just going to aim down the left-hand side of the fairway. I will hit driver and we'll try and get it up there a bit further. Not a good strike. We'll see where that goes. It's actually going to work out fine. Just wasn't the best strike. So for reference, the Foresight had that carrying 265. We had 255 yards carry on the R10. So a little bit of a loss in distance, but not much. Okay, let's have a look at this. 130 yards, wind's out of the left, so I am going to aim way further left because the wind actually really affected the last shot. 132. I'm going to hit a punch pitching wedge because it is uphill, and I'm just going to try and carry this about 126 yards. Hit it wind. A little bit short, but not a bad shot. What'll that give us? That's going to be a 2-putt, I think. A 2-putt from 20 feet. For reference, the Foresight had 129 yards as a carry there. Okay, 131. Pretty much the exact same shot we just had. I will go have a look around the hole. It's a pretty cool feature. It's just, it takes a lot of button clicks. I like having the hotkey, and maybe there is a hotkey, I just don't know about it. So we are aimed slightly left, which is perfect. We can try and land this about, again, 128. So I will adjust my feels a little bit. 128 on the Garmin is probably more like 134. So if I try and hit it 134, so almost a stock standard pitching wedge, this should be pretty close. Oh, I left the face open, but it's going to work out. Get up. A little bit short. And the Foresight had 125 yards as a carry. Let's have a look. See if we can chip this one. No, it's going to give us a 2-putt from 20 feet. And I wish you could, if it was off the green, it probably is a setting that I'm not selecting, but I would really like to be able to actually chip those ones because it's not on the green yet. Okay, 4th hole, driver. Oh, not the best swing. Okay, so that was definitely a toe draw. The Garmin has read it as going right, and it's just sent it right. On the Foresight, it did have a draw because I hit it out the toe, so that's the gear effect. And that's where the Garmin's just had a slight misread because it can't read that gear effect. We're in trouble now. We are in the weeds. And we've got 87 yards, wind out of the left. So I'm going to have to aim left. But look at the power, it's about 50%. So this is going to play about 120, 125. I'm just going to hit a gap wedge. I will say the graphics are a lot better now. Looking at those bushes, looking at those trees, the graphics are significantly better on the PC version. Hit it decent. And it's going to be a decent result. Sit there. We had 120 yards carry on the Foresight. As just a raw number. Hard to tell because we're playing in-game on this. It's going to be another par. On to the 5th hole. Okay, this hole goes up the hill. So let's aim a little bit further right. It's a par 5, so let's try and reach this one. Oh, hit it way low on the face. Don't know about that ball flight. Potentially another slight misread, or maybe it was the wind. Maybe the wind just was howling out of the left because that didn't have that much fade on it to me. So side spin there, 1300. The Foresight had that with a 83 right. So the Garmin there giving a significant fade where the Foresight had it almost going dead straight. Let's have a look at this. We have 217 to the pin. So if I try and land at 208, mind you, I am in the rough. So it's potentially, I'm just going to hit a hybrid because looking at the power there, it does look like it's knocked off a fair bit of power by being in the rough. So let's try and hit just a nice solid hybrid. It is up the hill as well, I got to remember. Hit it good. Oh, be good. Sit there. Sit. Not a bad shot. Quite happy with that one. Let's see if it gives us an auto chip. It has. It's 2-putted. That's quite good. So that's going to give us a birdie on that hole. All right, on to the 6th hole. And we've got 189 yards, wind hard off the right. So I'm going to aim quite far right. and 189. Let's hit a, it is slightly uphill though, 26 feet. So 7 yards uphill, 197. Let's hit an easy 5. And I'll try and hold it up against that wind a little bit. Sit. Pretty good shot there. Come back off that slope. So we have, how far to the hole? 24 feet? Yep, that's going to be a 1 putt, so that was a really good putt. On a bit of a roll. 7th hole at Aviara, dead downhill. Let's do a little flyover of this hole. And the graphics do look really good, I've got to admit. It is just different to GS Pro. You can definitely see all of the undulations with the PC version. All right, dead downhill, wind off the right. I'm going to aim at that right-hand side bunker and let the wind bring it back. Wind's going to bring it back. Come on, wind. Hit it. Didn't hit it enough. But it's going to be a decent drive. So that's going to leave 96 yards in, and a bit of power is going to be taken off. I'm going to aim right because that wind is getting up to 10 miles an hour. I will say the wind on E6 is a lot more dynamic than GS Pro. On E6, it kind of goes to 1, then it'll just spike up at 10. So it's almost, I'm going to say, more realistic of what you'd expect to outside with gusty wind. You can set gusty wind on GS Pro. So we're 6 yards downhill, so it's going to be about 90 yards. Let's hit a 56 and I'll hit my 87 yard feel shot. Mind you, that might not be 87 with the Garmin. Okay, hit a good shot. Yeah, so it's definitely a bit shorter with the Garmin. Let's have a look. Hopefully that gives us a 2 putt. A 1 putt, so we've made it. We're on a roll. Say we're about 5 or 6 under. Okay, 8th hole now. Into the wind, off the right. So I'm just going to aim right side of the fairway. Oh, not a good swing. The Garmin has made that look a lot better than that was. So on the foresight, that had 1300 spin. We'll see what the Garmin says. Spin 28, so that was definitely estimated spin on the Garmin. That's going to leave us 214 to this pin. Wind is hard off the right though, so I'm going to aim right side of the green, and I do want to make sure I get it there. It is dead downhill though, so it's going to play about 200 yards with the wind. I'm going to hit a 5. Oh, shanked it. Almost shanked it. I hit it very low out the heel. That's going to be wet. Kick left off the rocks. Is it wet? That's odd. It's having a bit of a conniption. Let's see what it gives us. Okay, so it's saying it's settled there and I can hit it. It might not be in the water. It's given me a 2 putt from in the rocks. I will definitely take that because, I mean, if I had to hit that shot, it wouldn't have been good. So very generous. And that was a birdie as well. There's no way I was making birdie from there in real life. Okay, wind hard off the right. I'm just going to go for this one. I'm going to send this drive. Going to drive the green here. Get left. Oh, don't do that. That was going to toe draw for sure. That sent it way right. Let's see if it lets us play it from there. So it was a toe draw again. The Garmin obviously can't read the gear effect. It's letting us play it. Okay, we're all good. We are safe, and we've got 85 yards to the pin. Let's just do a little look at the hole here. All right, so where are we coming in from? This is where it's hard to tell where you're coming in from. Okay, that's the bunker there. So we are coming in from this angle. So 85 yards. Looking at where we've got to come from, I'm just going to hit a lob wedge. There's a little bit of power discrepancy, but not much. So I think a full lob wedge is the safest shot here. straight up over those trees. Spin. Oh, a little bit long. That was a safe play though. It definitely was a safe play. Backspin all looks good. The reason the backspin's a bit down is because I was in the rough, so it took a bit of spin off. All right guys, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed Average Hour Golf Club on PC using the Garmin R10. If you enjoyed that, let me know. You want to see more videos like this, let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.